Brian Peck, one of the chief speakers here at CALED conference. And Brian Peck is the Deputy Director, International Affairs and Business Development for Governor's Office here in the state of California. And GoBiz, as a lot of people understand it. And Brian, thank you so much for taking time out.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
International business development, we've heard, is just as important as any other type of business development in the state of California, and maybe even particularly more so because we've got the ports and we have such a huge import-export business here. Give us kind of an assessment right now of how things are going from your perspective from the governor's office.
Well, things are going well. As we pointed out in the conference, I mean, the economy is growing, the GDP is growing, exports is growing, a record amount of exports last year, 174 billion in goods alone, which represents about 7.5% of the total GDP of the state. We're seeing an increase in foreign direct investment, which creates a tremendous amount of jobs. So everything is up in the upswing. We're very pleased with that, but we need to do more.
Why are international jobs and bringing international companies into California, why is that so important? And really from the perspective of job opportunities for people, why are these opportunities so great, and why is it there's something that need to be embraced?
Well, on the export side, as again mentioned in the conference, over 95% of the consumers in the world and over 80% of the purchasing power in the world is outside the United States. And so you really need to survive in today's economy, you just can't focus on the local market. You really need to export to expand. By doing that, that creates jobs that are longer lasting than domestic jobs. They're higher paying. So these type of jobs that are created by export-driven manufacturing and other types of service providers generate high-level jobs that are important for the state. On the investment side, again, there's a tremendous amount of foreign direct investment that looks to invest in the United States. Those create jobs as well, again, higher paying jobs than average. So these are all tremendous sources for job creation, higher quality of life, living standards for California workers.
Brian, there are probably a number of established businesses right now that might be viewing this interview and this discussion. They weren't here to hear your talk today, but they're probably looking at the possibility of expanding their businesses and maybe exporting. What is it that they need to know about funding and about money that might be available to them to kind of explore this opportunity a little bit more deeply?
Sure. Well, our office, one of the things that we do is help facilitate and provide that type of information. There's the federal programs, there's the Export-Import Bank, which provides export financing. The California iBank is looking into developing a program that would be transaction-specific export financing as well. The Congress has just reauthorized a funding program that provides grants to small and medium-sized businesses to participate in trade missions or promote their goods in overseas markets. So there are some funding opportunities available, and our office can help provide information for those types of programs.